Alright, so it's been a few days since my last upload. In fact, today marks exactly 1 year since my last video, and so naturally, I've started getting more and more people asking me the same question, that question of course being, Chaz, why in the world is your Minecraft skin blonde if you're not blonde? Now, I know most of you are here for one reason and one reason only. You want to know what the deal is. Where I've been, am I ever going to upload again? Is GamerBoyD keeping me hostage in his apartment and forcing me to eat Domino's pizza every night? Am I just taking a break? Basically, you want to know if I'm quitting YouTube. And truthfully, that question is a lot more difficult to answer than a simple yes or no, but don't you worry. I'll be going over everything today, so get comfy, grab some popcorn, grab some, I don't know, ketchup? Maybe you like ketchup. Kind of a weird thing to grab. So anyways, let's get right into it. Now, I hope you like watching high-pixel party games because we're going to be watching some high-pixel party games footage in the background. And if you're wondering why party games and not something cooler, you should probably stop wondering that. And for those of you who have been keeping up with Minecraft content lately, you may have seen me in some recent videos or streams, but if you haven't and you thought I just, I don't know, died or something, well then I'm sorry to be the one to bring you the unfortunate news that I in fact did not die. But with that being said, I did seemingly vanish off the face of the earth, so where exactly was I? Well, essentially what happened was, I was playing some Hypixel Says and I told everyone, if I lose this game, I'm quitting YouTube. And you know, I'm really good at Hypixel Says, so I lost that game, and the rest is history. No, I'm just kidding, of course. Honestly, I don't have a definitive answer, but there certainly were a number of contributing factors which we'll go over today. And I could give the cliche like, oh, I got demotivated, I got busy with school, but no, there actually were a few specific reasons. Now, in order to completely understand these reasons, we'll need to go back to when I was a young, naive little child, all the way back to 2021. Now, if you don't know, March 2021 was by far the best month I've ever had on YouTube. You know, I was daily uploading, I hit 30K, I gained like 25,000 subscribers that month alone or something crazy like that, and I was just overall super motivated to make videos. It was then that I realized that daily uploading was beyond broken for the YouTube algorithm. Even just a week of daily uploads would see better results than if I had posted like once a week for a couple of months. I really wish I hadn't discovered that, because from then on I started to get myself into the mindset of only ever wanting to upload videos if I had other videos to post right after as well. So this was really unfortunate, because when I first started making YouTube videos, it's because I genuinely loved making content and releasing stuff for people to enjoy, and while that didn't necessarily change, I began to fall victim to the classic YouTuber mindset of always trying to match my previous growth. So from then on, I always wanted to do more daily upload streaks. And yes, this does mean every single time I had a great video that was finished and ready to go, instead of just uploading it right away, I'd purposely wait until I had other recordings and ideas so that I can try and daily upload again and match that same momentum and growth I experienced in March. Now, at face value, this doesn't seem all that bad. I mean, sure, you'll have to wait a bit longer for me to upload, but then you'll get a bunch more videos to watch in return, right? Wrong. The problem is, daily uploading is not only exponentially more difficult than uploading one at a time, but it also makes you start focusing on quantity of videos rather than quality. And for someone like me who wants every video to be as good as it can be, having to just try and pump out as many as possible and not take the time to make them as great as I wanted meant I started to feel a lot less proud of the content I was actually producing. Not only that, but the longer these daily upload streaks went on, the more I found myself rushing the videos. It got so bad that on the 31st of March 2021, literally the final day of my biggest upload streak, I actually managed to upload a video without sound. I kid you not, I publicly released a video in which I'd completely muted myself because I was in such a rush to upload it on time that I couldn't even watch it back to make sure it was good to go. Now luckily I did realize that within a few minutes and quickly re-uploaded a good version, but I still get some people bringing it up to this day, and I'll never be able to live it down. So what exactly makes daily uploading so difficult then? You see, I wasn't the best at planning ahead back then, so you can rest assured knowing every single video I uploaded during that streak was not only edited, but also sometimes even recorded that same exact day. And with the video quality that I strive to achieve, I have to spend a lot of time editing, researching, adding effects and music, even going back and recutting some parts after the video is finished so that I can make my videos as close to perfection as I'm capable of. With the exception of the March 31st, 2021 incident, of course. So what this means is I'd literally be waking up at 6 or 7 a.m., which I go to bed at that time now, so I don't know what kind of superpowers I had back then. My sleep schedule is very good now, guys, trust me. Anyways, after waking up early, I'd spend somewhere between 5 and 10 hours working on a video so that I could release it by 3 or 4 p.m. on that same day. And yes, this also means I wouldn't eat, I wouldn't talk to anyone, I would rarely stretch or take washroom breaks. As you can probably tell, making videos was extremely unhealthy for me. If you were to just wake up, walk around for 10 hours, and eat a slice of bread somewhere in that time, you'd be in better shape than I was back then. It kinda reminds me of back when I was hitting the gym every day, and then I got a cease and desist letter. I was like, wow, you're really banning me from Planet Fitness just because I come here every day? And they were like, sir, you don't even work out, you tried to sell our leg press machines on eBay, and I was like, yeah, you just lost a valued customer. Anyways, back to my soliloquy. Not only was it very unhealthy to keep uploading every day, but it started to get really tiring and draining as well. A week of daily uploading was easy and doable, but as the days went on, I started to feel like it was more of a chore. Like I was just forcing myself to wake up and work on videos so that I could upload, rather than working on them because I wanted to. And some days got extremely stressful and frustrating as well, like when I couldn't figure out why my editing program wouldn't work, or when editing a video took longer than expected so I'd have to start rushing. There were even some days where my editing program crashed and caused me to lose a bunch of progress, which of course made me even more frustrated. As you can tell, it was exhausting. I started to really dread waking up in the morning because I knew what I had in store, which is leg press machines actually. Check out my eBay page, I totally own them, and yeah. However, you might be surprised to find that this wasn't actually the reason I disappeared for a year. I'm sure some of you are now thinking, well, Chaz, thanks for telling us why daily uploading wasn't good, but that doesn't explain why you couldn't just post a video once in a while. Like, if daily uploading was really that difficult, then why didn't you just upload every couple days instead, or maybe just plan ahead next time? In theory, it seems so simple, so why didn't I? Well, I actually did. In both November of 2021 and April of 22, I decided to go for another upload streak, except this time I was uploading every couple days rather than daily. I also planned ahead and not only had lots of ideas, but lots of videos already pre-recorded as well. But unfortunately, as you may know, in both attempts I fell short of completion and stopped uploading after just a couple weeks. So what went wrong? Well, I was talking with my girlfriend a little while ago and I discovered that... No, I'm just kidding. I'm a Minecraft YouTuber. We don't get girlfriends. November was an easy one and I kinda knew I'd have to stop uploading anyways because as December was approaching, so were exams. And so the reason I stopped uploading in November was just simply because I wanted to focus and do well in school. But when I started uploading in April, I had already finished my exams and had nothing but free time, so this one's a little trickier to explain, and this is kinda where the real problems arise. Now, if there's one thing I've learned as a YouTuber, it's that you should post shorts talking about random meaningless information, and you'll get 1 million subscribers. No, I'm just kidding. There's an unwritten rule that states you should never pay attention to your analytics because you'll always have some good and some bad videos. So looking at how many views a single video gets doesn't really mean much when it comes to your channel as a whole. I've always known about this, and so I've never really cared too much about the numbers. The most important thing for me has always and will always be just trying to put a smile on others' faces. But there does come a point where if every single video you upload is just doing worse than the last, then it starts to get to you a little bit. And this is exactly what was happening when I was uploading in April, but I was still pushing through it and hoping that one video might break this chain. Unfortunately, none of them did, but I had a secret weapon up my sleeve. A video that I'd been working on for over a year, put lots of money into, did everything I possibly could to make it one of the best videos I've ever made. My 40-star Skywars montage. And that one flopped too. In fact, the montage was doing so much worse than my previous video that I actually decided to stop uploading for a couple weeks just to regroup and try again. However, some things ended up happening during those few weeks that changed everything. First, I moved to Tokyo. No, I'm just kidding. I really gotta stop saying so many random statements or you guys are just gonna stop believing a single word I say. And before I talk about what happened during those weeks, I'd just like to mention that I really appreciate the support you guys gave me on that montage. Even though it didn't quite get the views I was hoping for, I've never seen that many positive comments on a single video, and so if you were one of those commenters, just know it meant a lot to me. The first of many things that happened that week is that I got the unfortunate news that I was declined from getting a lunar partnership. It wasn't the first time I had applied, and the funny thing is I didn't even get an official response. I had to ask one of my friends to ask one of the lunar owners for me because it had been so long waiting for a reply on my actual application. This was a bummer considering I was super excited and I worked so hard on potential cosmetics I could release, but I just assumed I needed to grow a bit in size and then I could just reapply at a later date. But then a few days after that, Hypixel released another wave of creators that would be getting a custom code to use in the Hypixel store, and unfortunately I wasn't included in that either. And before I continue, I do need to make it clear that I am in no way salty or upset about these decisions, and I completely understand that as a smaller creator I may not have the same opportunities as some of my other friends. But to make things worse, I was soon told that one of the videos I planned on releasing, specifically one that I had worked hard on and was really excited about, could get me in a lot of trouble, and after some extensive conversations with the admins, I was told not to upload it. And since I know all of you are going to be wondering what the video was about and why I couldn't upload it, it's because I was hacking. Did I get you that time? No, it was a big collab with some other creators in which we found a way to escape a Bed Wars map, and it was just really cool because at the end of the game we managed to get back into the map and win the game against people who were getting stacked and looking for us the whole game. It was awesome. But if that wasn't enough, my beloved cat Batman ended up passing away around that time as well, and it just felt like everything was falling apart. I began to think maybe YouTube just wasn't for me and I should move on to other things, and so I did. Without much hesitation, I pretty much just put YouTube on hold for a while and got a job at the bank. And while I wasn't planning on completely quitting at this point, I did go back to living a pretty average life for a while and just kind of focus on a lot of my personal life, friendships, hobbies, relationships, all that jazz. Now, I was still playing a lot of Minecraft, there were some goals I still wanted to hit in Skywars, and I had fun playing with friends here and there. I also began working on my own piano album and started screenwriting for a movie I want to make sometime. I was having a great summer. But then November came around, and I was hit really hard by some personal stuff that sent me into a really low point in my life. I began to miss a lot of things, and making videos was pretty high on that list. After reading some comments from you guys asking where I am or when I'm coming back, I remembered that I do this for you guys, not for numbers on a screen. You see, I started YouTube in the first place because making videos and telling stories in unique ways was a passion of mine. And I guess I got so carried away by the views I was getting that I forgot why I even became a YouTuber in the first place. I began to make videos for all the wrong reasons, and I think that's also one of the other factors that led to me being unsuccessful in my recent attempts to daily upload. I realize now that the only month I successfully uploaded for all 31 days is also the only month that I was still filled with passion and love for the content I was making, rather than just uploading for the sake of getting views, of course. So with all of that out of the way, we've come to the point you've all been waiting for. What exactly are my plans for this channel going forward? Well, you might be happy to know I have a few upcoming surprises, and there definitely will be some more videos coming this summer. I'm actually really glad that I took a break over the last year because I learned a lot about myself and what I want to do, and recently my passion has been making videos. The most important thing I want you guys to know was that any video I ever upload from now on will be uploaded only for the sake of you guys, and I never want to look at the YouTube analytics page ever again. So if I end up uploading some videos this summer and they get 100 views, as long as those 100 people enjoyed the video, that's all I care about. That'll be it from me for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and of course, I'll see you soon.